learning, I think it's really important to make sure that everyone in the group gets an opportunity to speak. There will be some volunteers that are more domineering and some volunteers that are shyer than others. And so you want to make sure it's not just the same people that are contributing and talking all of the time. So, you know, if somebody like is just putting their hand up like straight away, maybe saying, oh, you know, so-and-so, do you have anything that you'd want to add to that, and just kind of facilitating the session in that way.
One by one sharing their idea and what they learned. They just we just discuss with everyone we sit on the place, our room, in the training room, and they discuss everything, what we learned, what we should improve, what we did mistake. That is very important to discuss every day.
I think the most important thing with group learning is finding out what the volunteers want to get through the experience and then matching them. So, for example, on my placement, I had a lot of volunteers who were going away to uni to study international development. So I asked them, what are you interested in doing? What are you going to do at university? And they formed their own learning group amongst themselves based on reading, and would share books and texts in order to, together learn. It was also letting volunteers lead the spaces, so if there was something they wanted to do, they could organise a community member, for instance, to come in and talk about that subject to them. So give them ownership of their own learning and what they want to get out of the programme.
During the team meetings, like create a lot of group games, like make it as on the basis of community as possible. What it does is like it maintains a kind of team spirit and people work in group.
Group discussion, that is the only way where we learn much. That is really very helpful to learn.
I think it's good to have a set time each week so volunteers know and can prepare for it in advance. I think be flexible. You can use different resources, but it's good to tailor the structured learning to whatever the team's going through that week, maybe a particular issue they've had to deal with when they're out on project, and then just be creative in how you do that. So debates, quizzes, acting, lots of different creativity.
Siempre hacíamos sesiones de ciudadanos globales activos. Estas sesiones son para aprender acerca de lo que está pasando en el mundo. Entonces nos reuníamos y 2 personas del equipo lideraban estas sesiones para que los demás aprendiéramos sobre hechos reales.
When everyone's in a group, I found it was really, really important to make sure that everyone's voices were heard. Inevitably, there are going to be some members of the team who are more vocal or more confident or more used to putting their opinions forward. But one of the best things about ICS is the diversity of people that it brings together, and that means that you get such a diverse range of opinions and you don't want to not get all of them on board.
Team meetings are also a way of volunteers sharing best practice so that they can talk about what went well within their organisation. This is an excellent opportunity for volunteers to take a lead role, which will help their own personal development.
Participation, because this is where you can involve each and every element and each and every volunteer in the activity. I would strongly recommend to launch the programs or exercises that helps in team building and motivating the volunteers, because there will be times where they'll have the rough ideas or the rough days. This is where the exercises and group activities can motivate them.
Make sure that you are willing to learn yourself and you show the team that anything that you ask them to do or that you want them to teach the group or any learning that they're kind of doing as a group is something that you are also willing to participate in.
Find the balance in between the national and internationals by doing lots of team building activities and energizers, activities inside and outside of the workplace, and rehearsing as well before sessions, because you'll find points and skills about your volunteers that you wouldn't have realised probably just from talking to them. People change when they get into the moment of running a session, for instance, and you'll learn a lot from them just by rehearsing.